On a bitterly cold day in January, I visited the National Cattle Breeding Centre in Enfield, County Meath, to see how science has dramatically changed Irish cattle breeding. Bernard, nice to meet you. How are you?
Very well, and you, Ella, I hope you're keeping well.
Thank you. I gather there's some prize specimens here for me to have a look at.
We have indeed. Out in the hall here, we have about 70 bulls. This is our collection centre. And
just behind the doors here?
Just behind the doors here. In total at the facility, we have about 400 bulls. But one of the key concerns we have here, Ella, is biosecurity. So I'll have to ask you, have you been on a farm?
I haven't. I'm perfectly clean.
That's excellent. Before you go out there, we're going to ask you to tug out. But outside here, when you enter the hall, you'll find that the noise level will go up, the bulls will roar a lot. And so don't be frightened. Michael Bailey, the manager out there, will instruct you as to what to do. So if we head through, I'll get you.
I always get that reaction, so it's all right. That's incredible. Look at the size of them. They're absolutely enormous, aren't they?
Well, these are a mixture of some dairy and beef bulls here that are up for collection this morning.
Why do you do artificial insemination in cattle?
Well, prior to artificial insemination, the only thing was the bull in the field, and he had a role. But every farmer began to realise that he had some good cattle and he had some poor cattle, and he wanted more of the good cattle. So artificial insemination gave us the opportunity of being able to use more profitable bulls more frequently and get a lot more use out of them. The second thing that AI has brought to us has helped us to be in a position to gather data on bulls much more rapidly. We can get a large number of daughters of each bull and measure that information. So now we have the potential to actually deliver to farmers bulls with real genetic potential that can actually improve their farming system, improve their profitability and improve their way of life.
I know how to love you. I know how to do it to you.
The best performing and most valuable bulls in the country are kept here at Enfield. Well, this lovely fellow, Rocky, has sired over 100,000 calves, which would be pretty hard to do using the natural method. Michael Bailey has spent 30 years here, and he's got an unusual speciality. So, Michael, there's no machine that does what you do?
No, this is a manual job. I suppose around the world for a number of years there had been use of electronic ejaculation of semen, but thankfully it has been banned in Europe and in most countries now has been completely inhumane. So we use as what we call as close to nature as we can.
So this sort of replicates what is a cow's vagina?
Absolutely.
Do they all have their own artificial vaginas?
Yes, each bull has his own. Some have preferences to coarse liners and some have smooth liners.
Right.
The younger bulls we tend to use the smooth liners because they're very active, and as the bulls get older they like a little bit more feel, so we can replace this with a slightly coarser liner, and obviously that will give better performance, better quality semen. So this bull is ready to pop, we say. Ready for action? Ready for action, and as he mounts I need to extract the penis away from the teaser bull and place it in front of the heated vagina, and then the miracle happens. That was quick. Yes. It was very quick. Yes, and a very, very good jump, a successful jump. 11 cc's, yes. That's above average. That's above average, but it's good for him. He's a good producer. Yeah, it's a very quick event, isn't it? Yes, it's either right or wrong, and the proof is in the pudding. This bull has never seen a cow before. Absolutely, he has never mated a female. So this is the only thing that he wants? This is what he loves.
After collection, the sample is carefully tested and divided into thousands of straws, each capable of impregnating a cow. These are frozen in liquid nitrogen and stored in the centre. Well, in the last 12 months, this lab here in Enfield has produced a world first when it comes to cattle breeding research. Using DNA profiling and matching it to performance data from the national herd, Irish researchers have been able to speed up the pace of genetic improvement.
Genomics technology has only basically come on the scene in the last couple of years, and Ireland is to the forefront in it. It's one of the first countries in the world to introduce genomic breeding values. Traditionally, the system was that you waited till the bull's daughters had milked and had gone back and calf a few times before you could predict what the genetic potential is. With this, the day the calf is born, you can take a hair sample and with some degree of confidence be able to say, yes, that calf is for the breeding programme, or no, it's not. And farmers can get access to this genetics at a very early age.
Of course, to be of any value at all, the semen has to get from the bull stud to the cows around Ireland. Violet Nevin is one of the top inseminators in the country. Every year she serves thousands of cows in Ireland and abroad.
I started about 15 years ago. I was milking cows for 13 years before that, and then I love working with cows, so I was trained for AI and went on from there. The farmer usually, when he sees the cows ready for AI, they ring us and we come out on farm. Well, in a busy time I'd be doing between 70, 75, near enough, yeah.
For dairy farmers like David Farrell, artificial insemination has enabled him to breed much higher yielding cows and improve his business.
It was probably late 50s or maybe 60s when it started. At that stage he was known as the man with the bull in the bottle. That's what he became known as when he came around here first. But we've been using AI since then. In the early days you would actually bring the cow off to a bull maybe a mile or two away, have to walk the cow over and back. But since AI came in, it also gives you a much better selection of bulls, and the quality of bulls in AI would be far superior to your normal stock bull.
Violet, how are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you. This is where it's all happening.
This is where it's all happening, yes.
What's going to happen now?
I'm going to inseminate the cow now.
So the idea of putting your hand in is to find the cervix, is it?
To find the cervix. Here.
Okay. What am I going to be feeling for? How will I know when I found it?
It feels a bit like a turkey's neck. If you want to put it down.
Feels like a turkey's neck, okay. I've never done this before. I'm a complete virgin.
Catch the cow's tail here, lift it up.
Lift the
You
cow's
go in
tail
from
up.
this side.
Here?
Keep that tail that side of your
You
arm.
like this? Okay.
Yeah.
And put my hand in here.
Put your hand in there.
Oh, wow. It's very warm.
It is. Good in a frosty
Moist.
day.
It's boiling inside there. How far in can I go?
It all depends. It's in different places with different cows. So sometimes it can be way, way down. You know, you have to go into your elbow, but it all depends on the cow. Yeah.
Right, I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it there. And I can feel her tensing up. Mm-hmm. I think I better let you do the
Yeah.
rest of it. Well, take my hand out.
Take your hand out.
Now you've something sticking out of the back of your neck.
That's the insemination going and keeping it down there to keep it at body temperature until it goes into the cow.
Okay, so this is making sure that it's warm.
Yeah.
So
Now I am putting the hand in to feel for the cervix. I just wipe off any dung off her.
the gun comes out,
The gun comes out, we put it in an angle and into the cow.
and then you push the semen in.
Push the semen in. Put it through the cervix drop it off in the womb.
This year, a breakthrough in semen technology has increased the odds of getting a female calf, something that's worth a lot to dairy farmers like David.
If at all possible, we avoid Frisian bull calves. It's the first thing you do, dare I say, when a calf is born, check its sex, because a Frisian bull calf is probably worth about 75 or 80. Certainly worth less than €100, whereas your heifer calf is worth 3 or 4 times that.
What we introduced now is female advantage semen, and it's a mild sex biased semen, and what it can do is for the farmer he can get more heifers than he would with normal semen when he uses it.
Nationally, dairy herd is probably struggling to fill the national quota at the moment, so anything that will help us to get more heifer calves has to be an advantage to us.
You will not get a pint of milk from every morning from your bulls. So a dairy farmer who's interested in milk production, he wants more heifer calves, particularly heifer calves with high genetic merit, and that's what AI can deliver.